Hi, I'm Mel Allen, Yankee Magazine's editor, and this is the January-February 2015 issue that just came into the office. I want to tell you a few things about this issue, but first I'm going to start with just a little bit of history. Yankee started 80 years ago this year on a hillside cabin not far from here, right where I'm sitting in Dublin, New Hampshire. Rob Sagendorf had a hexagon cabin. He had a one-wood stove, he had one desk, he had one typewriter, and he had 16 subscribers for his little magazine. He had this mission. He wanted to bring New England, the essence of New England, what we call New Englandy, into the homes of everybody in America to kind of preserve what he saw as a culture that was maybe possibly fading a little bit. And for 80 years, we've continued to try to do that every issue. I think we succeeded this time, and I'll tell you why. We first take you to the coldest town, not only in New England, but one of the coldest towns in America. It's in northern Maine, in the heart of Aroostook County, Caribou, Maine. They've recorded temperatures as low as -50 below, and it's not unusual for weeks at a time to go where the temperature never reaches above 0 degrees. The people who live there, we sent a photographer and a writer to find out how do you not just survive living in one of the coldest places in America, but how do you enjoy it? How do you thrive there? And we think you're going to really like what you see inside. Then we sent Bill Scheller, one of our favorite travel writers, on a little expedition. We said, find the 1930s, find the places that have endured for these 80 years. And he started in Stowe, Vermont, and he takes us through Vermont, he takes us through New Hampshire to Boston. He ends up in Portland in a classic, iconic hotel that travelers in the 1930s would have said is one of their favorite places, and these many years later, they still do. We also started a new series in this issue that we're calling Living in the Kingdom. And the kingdom in this case is the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. Homesteader Ben Hewitt lives with his wife Penny and their 2 sons on 40 acres, and everything that they eat, they grow themselves, they raise themselves. They kind of bond their family kind of bonds around the farm chores, and it becomes like an ode to the joy of cutting wood as a family. We also went in search of who are the traditional craftsmen in New England who are still making things by hand the way that they would have been made a century ago. We found a letterpress printer, we found a soap maker, a boat builder, and anybody who's ever said, boy, they don't make things like they used to, I think you're going to be surprised. Our food editor, Amy Traverso, presents 5 new takes on Franks and beans, including a bean and chorizo soup that I think will warm up anybody no matter what the temperature is. And finally, we end the issue, well, actually, it's in the beginning of the issue, with some hints from the 1930s. There's a 1936 issue. What I do is I go through these back issues. We have a library here, and I'm looking for tips from experts from 80 years ago. In this case, I love this one. It's how to clear your windshield when you don't even have to start your car. You have to get the issue to read it to find out how you do it, and I hope you do. This is Mel Allen. I can't wait to tell you about the March issue coming up soon. Thank you.